Right, cha. Of course, this news coming late. Apologies for that. Nothing I could have done about this being late, but it is what it is. So I won't delay you. Let's get into it. We've made 2 deadline day signings, and that being I'm going to butcher this. Milutin Osmajic and Liam Miller. I'll go over both of which respectively, one by one. Preston North End are delighted to confirm striker Osmajic is set to join the club on a permanent basis from Cadiz from an undisclosed fee, subject to international clearance. The 24-year-old, who represents Montenegro on the international stage, has penned a 4-year deal at Deepdale and will take the 28 shirt, of course cancelling out Tom Cannon, who has gone to Leicester. From the Tom Cannon saga, we're all a bit crazy, but to round it up for those that are somehow still unaware, we offered him the loan deal, which was penned and secured in the start of the transfer window, but Everton just did not want to go through with it. Everything was agreed, they just didn't say you can go. That's what I was waiting for. And come the end of the transfer window, they fucked us about even more, and they opened him up for bids, which is when other teams came in and started to make bids for Tom Cannon, with us making a bid of £5 million, which is a substantial fee for this club, and it would have broken our transfer record by some number. So yeah, that's basically it. But he chose Leicester. I think they offered $1 million more, if I'm correct, $6 million. So yeah, it's a shame. It is what it is. But this guy seems to be some fucking good gravy. So we shall see. Right. Let's have a dig, shall we? Milutin arrives after an 8 goals on loan. Portuguese side Vizela, whatever, during the 22-23 campaign. The forward began his career in Montenegro, wherever that is, before moving to La Liga to join Cadiz, and during his time there, Milutin had loan spells in Turkey with Bandırmaspor and Portugal with Vizela. I'm so bad at this. Capped 17 times by his nation, the forward has featured in qualification campaigns for FIFA World Cup and Euros. Ryan Law said, Milutin came on our radar through market insights and our chief scout James Wallace. There was a number of clubs in for him, and we've beaten those clubs to get his signature. He'll join us once we've got the work permit, but we're really pleased to have him. You only have to look at what he's done in terms of scoring goals and his physique to know what he's about. Strong, powerful, and it's something we feel that really adds to the strikers we've got in the building. So we're pleased to get him over the line. Ultimately, he's ours, so we can put the work into him to make him even better than he is now. So he's essentially a foreign Chad Evans, if that makes any sense. But he just scores like 5 times as many goals. So yeah, he seems good. Moving on, we have Liam Miller up next. Preston North End are delighted to confirm Basil, whatever. Liam Miller will join the club on loan until the end of the season. Liam, 23, has spent the previous 2 years with Swiss top flight side since his arrival from Liverpool in July 21, making 98 appearances and scoring 13 goals. The versatile winger is regularly called up to feature for Canada in the national team with 21 caps to his name, including one at the World Cup against Belgium. Speaking after joining PNE, Liam said, I'm buzzing to be here. It's been a stressful couple of days, but I'm happy to get it over the line and to get ready to go. I've had a good chat with the gaffer. I like everything that he said to me and everything that comes with the club, so I'm excited to be here and to get going. During his time with that team, Liam has earned experience on the European stage and featured in the UEFA Conference League. Earlier in his career, the Toronto-born winger had temporary spells away from Liverpool with Kilmarnock and Charlton. Liam will now take the 23 shirt at Deepdale and will have to wait until after the international break for his debut. Ryan Law said, we met with Liam in March regarding him coming on a loan deal this season, and we had a lot of things in place, but then the goalposts changed a little bit. Ever since we knew he was available though, he's one who's been high on our radar. I watched Liam as a young boy when he was at Liverpool, and I've kept an eye on him since he moved. He's had a couple of fantastic seasons in Basel, playing European and international football, so he comes with great pedigree. He can play anywhere across the top end of the pitch, so we're excited to have him because he's going to be a breath of fresh air for us, and that is exactly what we need, someone who's versatile that way, because we're a threat in wide areas as it is. We like to play wide, and as a player that is going to be playing wide for us and is also versatile enough to come to the middle, he's a fantastic dribbler and he can do all these, with the fancy footwork and whatnot. It's what we're looking for. So not only do we now have someone who's pretty creative on the outsides of the pitch and can bring it towards the middle, not scared to have a crack either, we've also got a striker that's not afraid to hit the ball and have a proper good whack at the net. He wants to score a goal. Things are looking up. Not only are things already going very well for us based on league position, which top of the league by the way, but who could have expected that? But anyways, top of the league, and we've already got a solid squad. The only debate with the players that we have now and the players that will be coming back from injury is how do we change the system, and do we change the system? Because now we have a lot of squad depth. We have a lot more squad depth than we had originally, and that was one of our biggest problems. We had no depth at all. There's a couple of problems within the squad that prevented us from playing different systems and different formations and lineups and whatnot. But with these new players, we've already got a system that doesn't seem too broken. Fair enough, we began the season with Kean Best in the lineup, and he's recently been dropped in favour of Watmore. But that's understandable. You know, he's on like you say, he's only a little lad, and he needs the rest now. He didn't have a stinker against Sunderland. He didn't have a stinker against the one we played after that either. But I don't know. It's just it was slowly cruising downhill for Kean. No disrespect to the lad, he's fantastic either way, especially for his age. But he's got plenty of errors in him. Of course, Watmore has an error in him here and there as well, but he's got the experience and the ability to have that versatility as well, which is why I think we dropped Kean Best in favour. But yeah, these new guys, Will Keane's doing fine up front on his own, so will Osmajic slot aside him, or will he replace Will Keane? I really hope he doesn't replace Will Keane, because, you know, he's on good form at the minute. We can't stop that. And then when Reece and Ched come back, we're probably going to end up benching them as options just in case things go wrong. But I don't know. See, if I was a manager, I wouldn't be able to. I don't think I'd be able to be a manager. I feel too bad for players. You're like, yeah, you've had 2 fantastic, great seasons, but these new lads are now going to play because they're better than you. You'd feel tight. But in terms of Miller, I do think Miller is also another one that you're going to say, like, where can he play? Because obviously we know where we can play, but who's he going to replace? That's the question. Like, who are we dropping in favour of this lad? Because so far everyone's been fantastic. Brown's been brilliant, Ledson's been brilliant, McCann's always been brilliant. Yeah, Potts is brilliant this season so far. And of course, like you say, Watmore and Best on that side. Brady will be coming back soon. Whiteman will be back soon. So yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot to consider for Ryan Law. So we'll see how it pans out, shall we? But yeah, 2 very good signings, in my opinion. Good signings. Excited to see how we use them. So yeah, thanks a ton for watching. Apologies it's late once again. And I'll see you next match day report.